Hello, welcome to Dailyish for Monday, August 17th. It's 12 degrees outside. Feels like 12 degrees, so it's honest for once. Thanks, weather. This isn't the Weather Podcast. This episode of Dailyish is brought to you by FeedPress. Visit feed.press/Dailyish today. Check out awesome podcasting and blogging analytics feed stuffs for your podcast or blog. FeedPress is powerful, simple, intuitive RSS analytics and podcast hosting platform. You can use promo code Dailyish during checkout to get 10% off your first year of hosting at feed.press/Dailyish. Thanks to them for hosting. Thanks for hosting and sponsoring. And also Patreon supporters like possibly you. Patreon.com/iChris is where you can check out how you can sponsor podcasts like this and others at goodstuff.fm and maybe get special treats that you don't even know are there yet. So, which I'm really having fun doing. So, but more on that at the end of the month, maybe if things pan out. So, follow up on the air conditioner bill and the air conditioner issue. I've got a new fan. That's the little pun in the episode title. We also are out around $1,000, so that's fun. There's no pun for that one. That's just life. Adulting, I guess, as they say. But no, it would have been a much worse bill, I guess, if it wasn't for a friend, Levi. Visit Levi's Plumbing and Heating here in Saskatoon for all your plumbing and heating needs. The bill would have been much worse if it wasn't for his help. Plus having, I hate phoning trades or whatever, repair people. And if someone recommends somebody to me and is willing to just, like, he called them up and they were here in 15 minutes, it was much nicer experience that way. I mean, I still had to pay, for stuff to get things repaired. But, in lieu of that exciting, well, the thing here in Saskatchewan, I tweeted about this, but in Saskatchewan, like, air conditioner isn't really like a required, it's kind of like owning a convertible in a sense where there's really like maybe 8 weeks of the year, 2 months at most, like not all at once, but 2 months at most that you would need an air conditioner. Depending on your house, obviously, but in general, like all the houses we've lived in, it's certainly like there's a few days where it's like really brutally hot. Like we had a week just before our air conditioner broke, which is probably why it broke, where it was brutally hot and you're running air conditioner a lot. The irony is we actually weren't running it because we weren't home for part of that. And then when we were home, we hadn't actually started running it, and then we turned it on, it broke. But anyways, you don't really need it. You can certainly get by. You can sleep in your basement. Some people do if it's really bad, or just put up with sweaty sleeping. I think there's a show title. But then, so the air conditioner was basically repaired, but then in the process, something happened where the logic board, basically circuit board for the furnace, died, short circuited. Who knows? And in that process, then I was happy with leaving the air conditioner not working and just saying, okay, whatever, we have a furnace. But then the furnace dies, and the furnace actually is kind of required in Saskatchewan here. Winters get very cold, and our house would probably not survive if maybe we could start fires in the basement or something and do it old school style, kill ourselves with carbon monoxide and stuff like that. But definitely cannot survive without a furnace. So then it became like, well, crap, now we definitely have to fix the furnace, even though we would have been fine with, not necessarily happy, but fine to just put up with no air conditioner and maybe never get it fixed. Who knows? At least delay it until such time as we wanted to fix it rather than being forced to fix it. So the irony is as well, if that's the right use of irony, as soon as we fixed it, then the weather would drop about 15 degrees and has been chilly, cold. Well, I said this morning, 12 degrees. So that's our fault, Saskatchewan, for fixing our air conditioner. That's why the weather is sucking now. But in lieu of the bill coming and having to, we haven't paid it yet. I'm assuming they're going to mail it to us here in a week or whatever, and then we'll have to pay it. I decided to work most of Saturday, or part of Saturday anyway, which is kind of, I guess, one of the blessings. I was thinking it is a blessing I get to, if in my job, working for myself, if I really want to, I can work more, and theoretically I should get more money in them. I try to avoid the workaholicism that could happen, I guess, in that route. And, generally try and not work the weekends. Sometimes I'll work evenings after the kids are in bed, but I really prefer to just be able to stay home, help out around the house and stuff on the weekends. But anyways, not this Saturday. We'll see what happens next week. This week, we're actually cleaning out their office here, the studio office, to make way for some guests who are coming to visit. Listeners of Lost in Lemon will know we haven't recorded an episode in a little while because they've been moving. Chris, my co-host with that show, and brother-in-law they've moved their family from Australia to Canada. And so now they're coming to visit this week, or next week, I guess, technically. And so they're coming to visit, stay here. And so the office studio space actually is going to be also where they're sleeping. And so could make recording these daily shows a little awkward if they're still asleep while I'm recording. But maybe we'll do a joint episode with some of the family in town, and maybe a Lost in Lemon live from the air mattress that Chris will be sleeping on here, so he could podcast from his PJs or something like that. We'll see. That's it for now. I got to get to work, get some stuff done, go to some meetings, be a businessman about town or something like that. Hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great Monday. Drink some coffee, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Bye.